Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Student athletes come to UNI to get a college degree and set them up for the next stage of their life. The Panther football program has sent quite a number of student athletes onto the NFL to fulfill dreams of becoming a professional athlete. And as you know, some of those Panthers have gone on to have tremendous careers at the next level. Here's a look at some student athletes who are eager and excited to get their name called in the upcoming NFL Draft.
1 month ago, UNI football hosted its Pro Day for its top graduating players pursuing an NFL career. 5 Panthers went through 6 drills for NFL scouts and coaches that are looking for the next names to come from the University of Northern Iowa. Jackson Scott Brown, Jalen James, and Trevor Allen participated after their 2020 schedule was upended. A lot of eyes were focusing on offensive lineman Spencer Brown and defensive end Ellerson Smith. The 2 Panthers many are projecting to be drafted in the coming week.
It went well. It's kind of a nerve-wracking day. I'm sure everybody could agree with that. It's kind of awkward doing all these drills. It's dead quiet. The only person talking is the one putting the drills on, and it's just dead quiet with all eyes on you. So a little nerve-wracking, but it was a fun experience. I'm getting back out here with guys that I played with: Jalen James, Trevor Allen, Jackson Scott Brown, and then obviously Ellerson was here as well. So just good to kind of get around those guys again and be in the Dome one last time.
There have been 3 UNI football players drafted in the last 6 years. David Johnson in the 3rd round in 2015, DeAndre Hall, a 4th rounder in 2016, and wide receiver Darius Fountain, a 5th rounder in 2018. This could mark the first time since 2008 UNI has 2 players selected in the same draft.
I really believe when you leave here, you have a very tough mindset that you've done the work. You're very confident because you know you've done the work. You know you've trained as hard as anybody out there, and you're just ready to compete against anybody out there, because we try to instill that in everybody that comes out of here. And with the talent these guys have, and to go head-to-head at the next level, they don't blink. They expect to be in those positions, and I hope that everybody that leaves here that's come through our program expects to be in a elite position and to be able to challenge anybody out there.
Spencer Brown is a 6'9" tackle that has a long reach and tremendous footwork. UNI's offensive lineman bench press record holder put up 29 reps of 225 pounds, and he was swift in his agility drills. Spencer is projected to be drafted between a late 2nd round and early 4th round pick, and is gaining as much feedback on his game as he possibly can.
Everybody has good things to say, but with that, it's things I got to work on. I'm aware of those things, and I'm just out here getting in front of these coaches and just learn the technique and doing it the way they want it to be done. It doesn't really matter what I think, it's what they think. So anything I do or anything they want me to do, that's what I got to do. And it's just really awesome to see all these coaches here and just incorporate things that they want to see me grow on, and just being in there and then motivating me is a really awesome experience.
Ellerson Smith stands 6'7" and ran a 4.71 40-yard dash and hit 41.5 inches in his vertical. He's a speed rusher that can come off the edge with tremendous agility. Projected as a 4th or 5th round draft pick, Ellerson has had conversations with many teams since his Senior Bowl performance where he turned heads. Conversations that include a coach he recalls seeing in a Super Bowl, Mike Tomlin of the Steelers.
Yes, I met with Coach Tomlin and the GM last week, and it went really well. Really nice guys. Enjoyed the meeting. It was pretty surreal to talk to those guys, because I remember the first Super Bowl I recall is the Steelers and Cardinals from way back in the day. It's a pretty iconic game. So
these 2 Panthers came to UNI from smaller schools after showing glimpses of the football players they could become. Now, after buying into the UNI program, they're closing in on the top potential of a college athlete.
Yeah, I think Ellerson and I have a unique story. I think if you flash back to 2016, him and I walk in the door day one, I mean, your bets weren't on us to be in the position where we are today. We were both skinny, undersized, came from smaller schools, we were under-recruited, so he and I pretty much have the same story in that sense. I always came in and worked hard, bought into the program, didn't care what was said about us in our past. We want to look toward the future, and every day just waking up and getting after it. And then now, going into fall camp and practices like that, I mean, the best guy I saw every year was Ellerson, and I saw him every single day. So.
Maybe there was extra motivation from UNI Panthers being drafted the 2 years before they arrived on campus. The fire is still burning for Spencer Brown and Ellerson Smith as they embark on their quest for the National Football League.
you're very proud of them, and I'm very, very happy for them to see the kind of exposure they got today and the success they've had and are going to have. But I'm also proud of all the people around here that helped them get there.
So I'm just really grateful to be in this opportunity and be around the group of guys and then go compete at a higher level I've thought about for a really, really long time, and my dreams are coming true and unfolding for me. So it's very humbling, but I'm very grateful for what's happening right now.